It's still guys that you want to see them fight to say, okay,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I know without a shadow of doubt, he's the best guy. Now you have your beliefs of who the best guy is, but you can't say without a shadow of doubt who's the best guy because they haven't fought each other. So it's because he's a good fighter. The reason why people say what they say, and the reason why people hate is because he is a good fighter. If he wasn't a good fighter, you wouldn't hate on him. Nobody hates on John Ryder. Nobody hates on John Ryder. You don't
That's a
look at
good
him as a
point.
good fighter.
Right. That's a good
Yeah.
point, DC.
Well,
Well, I
I
think
want
the
to
That
problem,
John Ryder.
go ahead,
I
Chris.
think the, I think the problem with Shakur is he's not boring, but he's definitely been lackluster, and he's been
Okay.
lackluster
Good
because of
wording.
his mouth.
Good
Because
wording.
the things that he's saying, what he's going to do, he's not backing them up. That's a damn problem. Another problem is not hate. It's what you put out, you're going to get back. We have to remember, he said, F you. I don't forget
Mhm.
nothing. So it's F you too without even saying it. The artist saying F you back without saying it. So I don't
Yeah.
forget nothing. So when you say things to me
I
as a
forgot that
supporter
first.
of a supporter of you, oh, bro, I can't support you, but so much. And the
Yeah.
thing is that um he has to make people pay when he make them miss because the
Yeah.
art is make them miss, make them pay. He's not doing that. That's not hate. That's something that he's causing on himself because he's not performing to the standard that he should be or doing the things that he's going to say. So your actions speak louder than your words. But how we going to know what your actions going to be? You're going to say the words first. You're only going to say what you think. You're going to think it, you're going to speak it, and then sometimes you're going to do it. But if you ain't going to do it, don't think it or don't say it. And then you won't
let
have
me
that problem.
let me ask you this though, Chris, because I think what you're saying is spot on. But my one question would be is I don't remember I don't remember Pernell Whitaker. Did Pernell Whitaker do a lot of talking?
He backed it up.
Yeah.
No, but
He
I'm
let his
saying did he
hair
do a
stuff.
no, I'm talking
Yes,
about as
he
far as
did.
outside the ring. Did he do a lot of talking outside the ring?
I mean, if he
We
has
ain't
to.
talking about outside the ring. We talking
No,
about
no,
doing
no, I'm
inside the
asking.
ring. But no,
He
he
wasn't really
spoke
like
here
that.
and there.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Yeah, he
Chris. Break
spoke
it
here
down.
and
The re-
there. I even talked to Pernell. I met him in person. Man, his mother has the same birthday.
oh wow. That's
Yes.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Um,
like the problem is what Crush is talking about is Shakur is talking about what he's going to do to guys or what he can do to guys that he's not pursuing a fight with. Like when Purnell was talking, it was an opponent that he was about to fight. It wasn't somebody that he wasn't lined up to fight or he didn't have any intentions on fighting. It was always somebody that he was about to fight. He never talked trash about Floyd Mayweather because he wasn't fighting Floyd. He never talked trash about uh, uh, Tommy Hitman Hearns. He wasn't about to fight Tommy Hearns. He was talking trash about guys like Oscar De La Hoya, who he was about to get in the ring with. He talked trash about Julio Cesar Chavez, who he was about to get in the ring with. Those are the guys that he talked trash about whenever he did talk, because he wasn't one of those ones that actually ran his mouth a lot. He talked
mhm.
he talked his game and he backed it up. But he wasn't one of those ones that just go out and just be talking himself up in front of everybody. He let his actions speak for itself.
Man, shout
Yep.
out to my sports talk network brother CDK. I don't want to step on his toes too much, but I want to ask you guys a question. Is that old song "Everybody Plays the Fool"? Is that a true statement when you look at Derrick James?
Uh,
That's a true statement when you look at a lot of people. Go ahead, D Free.
Yeah, I mean, I'm about to say the same thing. It don't even have to be Derrick James. You can look at just about anybody, and that's a true statement because everybody plays a fool at some point in time in your life. You might not believe that you did, but when somebody else from the outside looking in, they're like, "Man, you was stupid. You should have known that. You should have saw that coming. That was stupid. So everybody does it. It's just a matter of how many times do you let it happen to you.
Yeah, I mean, the reason I say that, and salute to my man, Green Light. He said, no, Pernell wasn't robbed. That was a fair fight. We won that fight. We beat Pernell Whitaker fan square. Stop trying to rehash that fight. We already won.
What?
But
Blasphemy. I'm going to be
talking,
nice. I'm
talking
professional now,
about
so I
that.
have to be nice. But blasphemy. Go ahead,
Y'all talking
B.
about that. Y'all talking about that goofball knockdown. That's all y'all been talking about for what, almost 30 years, man. Y'all been talking about that stupid knockdown. We won, man. We
That's
won.
crazy.
It's that simple, man. But when I say everybody plays the fool, what do you guys think about all that stuff that Ryan was talking just to end up back with the best trainer in boxing? Well, I would say the second best trainer in boxing behind Bo Mack, Eddie Reynoso. What do you guys think about all that talking he did? You know, I got your back. Errol Spence got beef with my trainer, all this, and then just to go right back to the second best trainer in the world, Eddie Reynoso. What do you guys think?
Well, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna just pass. I'm gonna keep it brief. Um, well, that's what happens when capping Caparuni. Ryan Garcia is a lot of things. So that's just one of his names. Being politically correct, and I pass.
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia don't know what he want to do with himself. He's all over the place. He's over here 1 minute and he's talking about this person, then he go running back over there. I don't even care what he does. I just want somebody to come in there and really, really smoke him. That's what I want to happen to him.
Well,
He's a racist pig, and I want to see him gone.
when it comes to Ryan,
Mm-hmm.
Ryan wants somebody that's going to cater to him. If you're not going to cater to him and you're going to push him to do things that he don't feel comfortable doing, he's not going to deal with you. I mean, he had that from Joe Goosum. Joe Goosum came in there and pretty much let him do what he wanted to do, and Ryan lost. Ryan would have stayed with him if he won, but Ryan lost.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Well, I can't win with him." Then
Mm-hmm.
he went to daggone or James. He went to
Derek James.
Derek James,
Mm-hmm.
and Derek James pushed Ryan. Ryan he had a win. I think he got one win under Derek James, and then no, I'm sorry, he didn't get a win. He got two
Two
losses
win.
under Derek James.
No, two win. He
He
beat
beat
Devin
Durante
Haney. He
and
beat
Durant.
Oscar Delont. What is it? Durant. I think
Oscar
it's
Durante.
Durant
Duarte,
something.
he was with Derek
Duarte.
James for that fight.
Yeah, and he was with
Yeah.
him for when he beat Devin.
Well, he didn't win that fight, so that's not a win. He didn't win that fight, so
Free. He won the fight.
the Oscar Duarte, yeah, he got the win for that one, but then he had to fight with Tank Davis. He got stopped.
And he's a
That was
quitter.
Joe Goosum, and then like I said, he switched over to Derek James, got the Oscar Duarte. He got the win. He got the fight with Devin Haney, and it got overturned, and he was like, all right, I'm going back to Eddie Reynoso because they know how to hide the drugs. He don't know how to hide the drugs.
He's a
So
dirty, rotten quitter.
there's
He's
no
a
way.
cheater
There's and
and
no
a
way is
quitter.
D free. He don't mean it, y'all. He don't mean it, y'all. Y'all listen. He don't mean it, y'all. He didn't. Oscar Ryan Garcia is not on drugs. He don't mean that, y'all. He just playing, y'all. He just playing. But
Well,
Man
salute to
said, first fight I took some drugs, I get caught. I was
no.
taking drugs all the time with Eddie Reynoso. I ain't never
No,
get caught.
no. He just playing, y'all. He just playing, y'all. If y'all listening through the walls,
no.
he just playing, y'all. He don't mean that. He don't. On that note, we're gonna go to a commercial break. We're gonna get this Puerto Rican the time to cool off, man. He crazy.
On behalf of BVO Boxing TV, we would like to thank our sponsor, Raycon. Don't forget to grab your Raycon everyday earbuds, the perfect bass model for premium sound, with active noise cancellation to block out distractions and transparency mode to keep you aware of your surroundings. They're ideal for your everyday needs. Just visit rayconglobal.com. That's rayconglobal.com and elevate your listening experience.
Shout out to BVO Boxing. You understand? Check the boy out. Check the kid out. You understand?
My man, BVO Boxing, LLC. What's up, man? Salute to you, man. Salute to you, man.
But like I said, y'all, if y'all heard before the commercial break, Free didn't mean it, y'all. I don't know. He was fooling around. He didn't mean that. So we're gonna wipe that from the docket, man. Sports Talk Network. We ain't standing behind that one, man. But another thing I want to ask you guys. So having Gary Antoine getting ready to get back into the ring, do you guys think this will be his opportunity to kind of redeem himself, or do you think he'll take a loss to a guy like El Rayo, a tough guy like El Rayo? What do you guys think?
I can't wait for the fight. You talking about Antoine, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't wait for the fight. I think that he's gonna show up and show out. Now Rayo been on a little roll lately, and he's put on some hell of a performances. But I think it's Antoine and the Russell's time to shine. I think that Antoine I say he wins a close decision. Maybe might not be a UD, but I feel like he's gonna pull through, bro. It's his time.
Hey man,
Uh,
salute to the chairman, man. My man T Hill. I see T Hill in the spot. My bad. Go ahead, Crush.
well, I'm gonna say that it's a 50-50 fight for me. In all honesty, got to see Antoine when he get back in the ring. Been seeing what El Rayo been doing, but I got to see Antoine by the third round. I know exactly where he's at. But if it's anyone I am picking or wanting to win, I am picking my man Antoine. I'm big on Antoine. D3 knows that. He was one of the guys I picked to run 140. So Antoine, if you listening, bruh, if any of your people's listening, get to work. Hey, little Gary, you looking for a rumble? I'll
Yeah.
come over there and punch in your
I
nose.
think
The brother needs to
I
get to
think
work, man. You
I
need to
think
get to work.
I think Antoine he can make this an easy fight by not letting El Rayo do what he want to do. El Rayo, since he got with his new trainer Robert Garcia, El
Mm-hmm.
Rayo he likes to box.
Mm-hmm.
Antoine got to make him uncomfortable. Put your head right in his chest and do what you normally do. Don't give him the opportunity to box. Make
Mm-hmm.
him have to fight you, because the thing about El Rayo, when El Rayo has to fight, El Rayo leaves itself open, and Antoine needs. Antoine looking for the opening, so he has to make it a tough battle for El Rayo. He got to make him uncomfortable the entire fight from round one to whenever that fight ends. If it goes 12 rounds, from round one to round 12, make it a tough battle for him where he's uncomfortable the entire fight, because El Rayo's he's gonna want to try to box. He has success against Pitbull Cruz, and he's gonna feel he can do that with Antoine, because Antoine is somewhat of the similar style. He comes forward. He likes to be in your chest, so he's gonna
Mm-hmm.
feel that he can do the same thing. The difference between the two is Antoine is quicker than Pitbull, and he's bigger than Pitbull. So he doesn't have El Rayo don't have that arm reach on Antoine like he had on Pitbull. So it's going to be a little tougher for him to stay on the outside and box. Antoine can close that gap quick. So he gotta make sure that he
You think he
stays in
quick?
his
You think
chest.
he quicker
Quicker than who?
than you think El Rayo not quicker than Antoine?
He's
As
not.
far as hand speed,
Hand speed.
He's not. He's not.
I don't think so. I think Antoine got some of the fastest hands at 140.
The reason I'm asking because El Rayo be throwing him, bro. He be
Yeah,
throwing
he
him.
does.
I
I think
know,
I
but
think Antoine got some
He's
Rush
not
hit
fast
it
fast.
on the
hands.
head when he said it's 50-50. It's at 100% 50-50 fight.
That was
Because
crazy.
like one of the brothers in the comments said, Rayo is tough, and you damn right he is tough.
And Rayo's
See,
tough
see,
to a certain extent. His chin ain't tough. He might be tough at the heart, but his chin ain't tough. His chin is weak as a baby butt. So he can
listen.
definitely get sat down quick. He can get sat down quick,
Antoine only
fast,
has
in a
to do
hurry.
one thing. He only got to do one thing, man. He only got to do one thing,
What's that?
man. He take away that dude jab, get on the inside, and Antoine can avoid the jab. Antoine
You
does. He can box. That's the only thing D3 left out about his cuz. He can box. That's the difference between him and Pitbull.
Yeah,
Pitbull can't box. Antoine
yeah.
can box. And he can fight. What are we
I
talking about?
Yeah.
I've seen Gary Antoine box for a little bit. He like to fight, bro.
No,
I hear
he
you
loves
say
He can
to
he
fight.
do
like to,
both.
He loves
he
to
like
He
fight.
can do both, though.
Yeah,
I
he
know
loves
what you
to fight,
mean.
but he can box. That's what I'm saying. El Rayo's not going to have the same success that he had with Pitbull because it's a different type of fighter. It's not a
Mhm.
one style fighter. Antoine can box if he needs to box, and he can come in and fight on the inside if he needs to fight on the inside. With Pitbull, it was only one way. He came in, he wanted to fight on the inside and throw big shots. Antoine is not that person that's just going to come in and just throw big shot. Antoine will hit you with a couple of little pebble shots, and you think that he ain't really throwing nothing. And when you go to throw a big shot, you left yourself open for a quick punch from Antoine. And that's why I say
Mhm.
Antoine got some of the fastest hands. When a guy goes to throw that hook, when Antoine's on the inside, he'll catch you with a quick shot right to your chin. And that's why you see a lot of guys be like, oh, and they go right back to the high guard because he
Uh-huh.
got fast hands. He got
And
real
Free,
fast hands.
don't forget, Free. He got pretty fast feet for that division as well. He
Yeah,
can be like right in your face, bro.
that's what I said.
So I don't want to see what Ryo did with
He can
that
close
kind
the
of pressure.
distance. He can close the
Hmm.
distance very quick. That's why I
So,
said if
so
El Rayo
y'all
want
think
to try
Antoine
to,
is better than better than Esau Cruz? Am I hearing that
man,
right?
he'll smash
Yeah,
He'll
Esau
beat
Cruz.
that
Eastside
is
Korea, knock
crazy.
him out.
Who is Pitbull?
A
Who is
walking
Pit
punching
Poodle,
bag,
man?
Crush. A
Uh,
walking punching
Who is
bag.
Pit Poodle, man? Who is Pit
Esau Cruz.
Poodle?
Esau
Y'all
Come
need
Cruz
to stop
on,
swinging
blowing
them.
this
he
dude
tripping,
up,
man.
man.
He
He's
not
not
no
like
bum,
that.
bro.
Listen,
He not no
listen,
bum.
listen, listen, bro. He's a poodle, like I said. He's a poodle. The only thing he did was knock out Rolly, who can get knocked out by anybody. That ain't nobody. He don't get no credit for that.
I
Oh, he
mean,
survived Tank Davis because Tank had one damn hand. So what did he really
truthfully,
do? Not a
yeah,
damn thing.
truthfully told,
That was a good fight with him and Tank. Go ahead.
truthfully told, Pitbull only beat one person that nobody thought was that good, and that was Rolly. He beat a
Listen, my
after Tank Day after he lost to Tank Davis. He beat a old washed up Gamboa who never fought again. Gamboa was like 38, 39 years old when Pitbull fought him.
Where you go?
I'm no, that's how old he was. He was like 38, 39 years old.
Free talking
in
about
a
old
battle,
washed up.
He
in a
hasn't beat
battle.
anybody.
Hold
Name
on,
a guy
Tank fought Gamboa, didn't he?
outside of
And
Rolly.
Devin
Name a
Haney
guy
fought Tank.
that Pitbull beat outside of Rolly. Name a guy that Pitbull beat.
I really couldn't name nobody. He's still on
Exactly.
the
And
come
then
up.
he
Exactly.
he lost he lost to the boy Carrera, but they gave him the Willy Wonka gift card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Angel
What are we
won
talking
last
about?
Saturday. I thought Angel
It didn't
won on
last
Saturday.
Saturday, right, BBO?
Yeah,
I feel like he got a gift again.
yeah,
That
Yeah, he
guy
did.
that guy
Pride.
rocked Pitbull multiple times in that fight. We never see him rock like
He
that.
hurt
Really,
Pitbull.
He
Super
really,
done.
the
Saiyan
He
biggest
hurt
Chef.
the
Pitbull.
biggest name that he beat on his resume is Rolly Romero. That should tell you something.
You know the
Yeah.
funny thing. You know the funny thing, and I heard Puerto Rican Tommy say that. I mean, the white guy from the Bronx. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but my man Puerto Rican Tommy said it best, man. It's always good until a fight break out. And one thing I can tell you, man, when a fight break out, Esau Cruz is right there. When it's a fight that break out, but I will say this: he's not as good as advertised. But speaking of that, we all know how great Emiliano Vargas is. But I want to ask you guys a question: are you guys
He ain't
nervous
great.
about? Here you go, Crush.
He ain't great,
There you
man.
go. So
He ain't did
after
nothing yet, bro.
not yet.
We
You're
gotta
right,
see.
not yet. He's gonna come up. He's gonna come up. Um,
Well, I
but
wish
I
he would.
but I will say this. I want to ask you guys this. After seeing Abdullah Mason get dropped multiple times his last fight, are you worried about this guy? The guy he's about to fight now got like 25 wins. What you guys think about him about
No,
to take this tough fight on that? Is it Michaela Mayer? Is that who's on the card? I think that's on the card. I
I
think they
think
got
so.
Brian Norman Jr., Michaela Mayer.
I think he's fighting on the 14th card, Valentine's Day, if I'm not mistaken. Or he might be fighting on the card
It's
after
the
that. But I
card.
thought it
It's
was
the card after that. It's the card
okay.
after
It's the
that.
card after that.
But I'm just saying, y'all see him about to fight a guy who was a contender with 26 wins. Do you guys want to see Abdullah Mason? Because I don't know if he's chinny, but he almost went to bed a couple times versus the guy with the shag. What do you guys think about the upcoming fight?
Let me go first and be real quick and,
Go
and,
ahead.
and be very firm about this. First of all, there was just two flash knockdowns. Stop the cap, Fernando. Um, Second of all, Abdullah Mason said at the end of 2024, he's ready to step up in competition. So that's what we want to see. And the kid is good enough. So he's testing himself. He's doing what a lot of fighters are not doing at all. Big name fighters and all. So why should we have a problem or even worrying about the level of competition that he's stepping into in the ring with? That's what we want. This is how we gonna know if this kid skills is really like that. And from what we've been seeing, it's like that. So he gets to show us even more. So when he does be victorious, no matter what happens, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. I don't care if you get knocked down once, twice, three times in this fight. I don't care. Long he get up and close the show victorious, that doesn't matter. So I'm expecting this young man to be ready. His father, he has a great system, very disciplined, and I think this young man is going to show you and everyone else that's hating on him, man, that he is what he is, the dream snatcher. And I pass the mic.
This is a sick Negro.
And we seen him hurt before. We
Well,
seen him down, Crush, and he
the
Well,
got
let me
thing
back
let me
up
is,
and
the
handled
thing
his
is
business.
let
about
me say this before we go. Before I let you guys go, let me say this. My man Greenlight said Camel's gonna knock out Abdullah. They're nowhere near the same weight class, so I don't think
no, they
that'll
are.
happen.
They are. The last fight that Camaro just fought in was at 135.
Oh, he fought at 135. Okay, okay. I
Yeah.
thought he was on at 126. My
No, that
mistake. Correction.
yeah, the fight on Saturday was at 135. He said that's the weight class that he wants to fight at. But to go back to Abdullah Mason, the guy that he just fought, and you say you always like to mention the two flash knockdowns. That guy was 25. I mean, I'm sorry, 26-6 with 21 knockouts. The guy that he's about to fight now is 16-2-1. So is I mean, I don't feel any different. This dude is a decent dude. I've seen him fight before. He's a decent dude, but he leaves himself open a lot. I've seen him fight before. He's 16-2-1 with 11 knockouts. Not too far off of the guy that he just fought. But he leaves himself open a lot. And I see a lot of holes that Abdullah Mason can explore. So Abdullah Mason is going to come in there and he's gonna have a matter of fact. This guy just fought Rolly Romero. His last fight was against Rolly Romero. He had a unanimous loss to Rolly Romero. It tells you how good he is. He had a loss to Rolly Romero, unanimous.
Well, let me say this real quick.
That's nasty work.
I gotta say this, man. I want the chat to tell me right now if you believe in the such thing as two flash knockdowns within 30 seconds of each other. Please put a one in the chat. If you guys believe that those was two flash knockdowns, please put a one in the
He
chat
wasn't
because
dizzy. He
I've
wasn't
never
dizzy
heard
at all.
I've
He
never
wasn't
heard
bothered
two,
at all.
No,
I've never
hold on.
heard of
So
two flash
so so
knockdowns.
did you see him wobble? Did you see him stun after the knockdowns, or did you see him go right in there and catch the dude with an uppercut and knock him down?
He went down like he got hit with a water balloon.
And then what happened in the second round?
He got dropped. You talking about? I think he got dropped in the second round.
No, Abdullah
No,
did
he
get
didn't.
dropped in the second round. Abdullah two knockdown was in the first. The dude got stopped in the second round.
Oh, okay, my bad. I
The
thought he got
first
stopped in
30
the
seconds
third.
of the
My
second
bad.
round, he got stopped. The first 30 seconds, Abdullah stepped on the gas and stopped him.
With a
No,
Okay,
body
that,
so
that
shot.
was that was two flash knockdowns, dog.
so we got Juan in here. We got Juan Claudio, man, my favorite deli man, in here saying he give it a one. I could respect that, Juan. I mean,
I'm
because Free
sorry.
said it.
It was it was a minute 59 seconds left on the clock. He stopped him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. um, I'll put it like this. I'll give it to you guys. I don't want to. I don't want to be the odd man. I don't want to get my boxing hacker on. I'm gonna go with you guys. If you guys say it's a such thing as two flash knockdowns, I'm with y'all.
I'm just saying this dude that he's about to fight. It's hard for me to say this dude is going to beat Abdullah Mason when he just got a loss on his record by Rolly, a unanimous decision. It's not like Rolly knocked him out. He got a unanimous decision loss against Rolly.
That's nasty work.
You mean two division champion Rolly Romero?
No,
That's,
the Rolly is not a two division champion. What are you talking about?
He was interim champion at
That's
135. That
not
don't
no
count.
no no. You can't sit here and say he's an interim champion when you said
that's
he's a
bogus.
WBA interim champion at that. You said Tank Davis regular belt don't matter, and then you're gonna say the interim belt does?
That's
I'm
crazy.
I'm asking you, Free. You change the rules every day, Free. It ain't me.
That man
Free
was
change.
he was a one division champion. He got a belt after he lost to Tank Davis that was gifted to him that he shouldn't have got that belt. I mean, he very well could have possibly knocked the dude out, but it shouldn't have been stopped at the time that it was stopped. So um, that was a gift to him, and now he's being gifted another title fight when he's ranked number 8 at 140 pounds. He's not even ranked at welterweight. This man is ranked number 8 in the WBA at 140. He's not ranked at 147. Ryan is not ranked at 147 or 140, but these guys are fighting for a title.
Turkey Al Sheikh. Was it Turkey Al Sheikh or Turkey Al Sheikh? It looked like Turkey Sandwich went ahead and bought out the WBA. So I don't know. Whatever he says, Mendoza has been listening to him. But I'll ask you guys this because I see we not giving people credit for wins for being champions. But I'll ask you guys this. So that being said,
Yeah.
when we seen a guy like AJ quitting the ring, are you guys excited to see AJ versus Wilder? What do you guys think? I know
I
Free
thought they
isn't.
said I thought they said Bacoli, BVL. I thought Bacoli and AJ was a lot.
No, AJ pulled out of that negotiations.
That was the best thing he probably could have ever did for his career.
You don't think he can beat McCauley?
No, not at this point of his career. No.
You know Michael Hunter beat him.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
I
I
know
like to
Michael
see that
Hunter probably
rematch.
beat AJ too.
Yeah,
You a goofball, Free. You feel like Michael Hunter is a monster, man. I think
No,
McCauley threw
I'm
his
just saying.
shoulder out
I
or
think I
something.
think Michael Hunter might be able to beat AJ too.
I mean, I
yeah,
would
I like to
honestly
see a
say
rematch. And that
I would love to see McCauley fight somebody like Dillian White. That's what I would love to see him fight.
I
Him and
don't.
Dillian
David
White.
who?
Martin Bacoli. I would love to see
Fight
him
David.
fight
You
Dillian
said
White. No, Dillian White. I
Dillian
mean
White. I don't want to see that fight.
no,
Dillian White.
Dillian. No, I don't want to ever see Dillian White in the ring.
Right, ever again.
He just fought again,
How
Free.
would
What you
you
mean?
fight?
I didn't see it. I
Right.
don't ever want to see him in the ring again.
I
Yeah, I
Just
didn't
didn't see
watch
it.
it either.
Hey, Free on the fight. That
Purposely.
brother said,
no.
I don't
I'm
want
gonna
to see it.
tell you the reason why. I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Because I'm all for give a guy a second chance. The man popped dirty. He had his second chance. He popped dirty again. They gave him another chance, and then he popped dirty again.
I know.
No,
Come
no,
on now.
no. I
Okay.
don't want to ever see him in the ring again.
Ever.
If you sit there pretty much ruin Big Baby Miller career by sending him out for like 2 years because he popped dirty. Why is Dillian White keep getting these chances after chance?
Because the UK is their drugging system is super weak. I don't know if you guys remember Tyson Fury had paid off a guy to say he ate some bad boar meat or something. So it is what it is. But I would love to see a big rugged guy like Dillian White in there with Bacoli. I don't know if he can beat him, but I think it'd be a good fight. Or maybe even Joe Joyce. I don't know if you guys remember Joe Joyce, the juggernaut. I think that'd be a good fight for Bacoli as well.
Yeah, I want to see Bacoli in action with somebody.
It would be a good fight for Bacoli because he could get another name that he knocked out on his resume. Because I don't think Joe Joyce wins that fight at all. He's too
Right.
slow. He's
Yeah,
too
he's
slow.
Joe Joyce got a chin, bro. He be getting smashed.
No, Joe Joyce got knocked out
yeah
against
brutally.
Big Bang Zane.
Well, green light, salute the green light, but we do not support what you're saying, man. We don't support that. Canelo Alvarez had a bad
Yeah, we are
season
going
with
to support.
McDonald's. We
That's
don't support
100%.
that in any way. They tried to railroad Canelo. I don't know. I don't even believe he popped dirty, man. I think they said something about some type of tainted cheeseburger from McDonald's. That ain't his fault. We ain't gonna blame
Get
Canelo for
out of
that.
here.
He said some tainted cheeseburger from McDonald's. This man
That
is
man
crazy.
Rich running around
Me
eating
personally,
tainted meat. Please stop
me
the cat.
me me personally, I don't care how it got in your system. It's your system. You need to know what's in your system.
Right.
I don't
Hold on,
care how
free.
it
You
got
an
in you.
athlete. You didn't took stuff before. Stop.
Yeah, I took stuff before, but I never popped dirty because I knew what was in
Ah,
my system, and I made sure that I ain't take no test when it was in my system. I knew what was in my system. So I
Yeah, because
popped dirty because I knew what was in. I never popped dirty, but if I would have took a test when I was dirty, it would have been my own fault because I knew I was dirty.
That's crazy.
hey, ain't no football player that's ever played not dirty at some point. So I'm gonna
I
just
ain't
keep
never
it a
been dirty
buck.
in football. I ain't never been dirty. I never took nothing in football.
You can man, you can stay
When
on.
I
You can
say
take all them injuries.
when I said I took something, I'm talking about marijuana. I ain't never take no other drug ever in my life, especially not when it comes to lifting weights and anything like that. Nah, I ain't never popped dirty. I ain't never popped anything. Nothing. Matter
Um,
of fact, I never had an injury in football, so I didn't. It was no need for me to take anything. Never had an
oh,
injury.
you an Ocho Cinco cat. You was never.
No, I literally never had an injury in football. Never broke a leg, a finger, nothing. I never had an injury.
Yeah, BBO stayed on the gurney, so I can't. I didn't have that testimony. He said, saying in his corner, he said, saying in his country, they have their food. So what he eat there? He like I said, the man had a bad burger from McDonald's, and you want to
That's
like throw him
cat.
away. I think that's crazy, bro.
No,
That's like
I'm
if
gonna tell you.
Prize go get a steak sandwich from the meat truck. You know how they got them. Everybody got a nasty meat truck.
I'm gonna
Everybody
tell you
know
what.
the work
Yeah.
site.
I mean, I'm gonna
A
take you
nasty
I'm
meat
gonna take
truck.
you at your word. I'm gonna take you at your word. What's
But
crazy is this man is worth $300 million and he's still eating at McDonald's. That's what's crazy. That's what's crazy.
okay.
Because
Hey,
if
free.
I'm worth
Okay,
$300 million, I'm not eating at no McDonald's, dog.
where you gonna eat that
I
then,
might
man?
have
at
I might
all.
have Ronald
I don't
McDonald
even
come make my
McDonald's
food
now.
personally. I'm gonna have Ronald McDonald come make my food at my house with the meat that I bought myself.
That's right,
Hey,
D3.
your boy is crazy, man. It's like I said, Prize bought a sandwich off the meat truck on the work site, and he popped dirty, man. You're not gonna blame him, dude. He didn't prepare the meat. Come on, man. Y'all being
That's
too
crazy.
technical right now.
That's
Salute to
so
my
crazy.
man GD though, man.
Matter
But
of,
I ask you
why
guys,
are you
go
eating
ahead.
out? You training for a fight? Why are you
Right.
eating out?
Why are
You
you
supposed to
even
be
on
eating
eating off?
healthy.
Why are you eating on a roach coach for? And you knowing you got a fight coming up. That's
You supposed to be
bogus.
eating. You supposed to be eating healthy. You got a fight coming up. You supposed to be eating nothing but nutritious food. You got a
Oh,
fight
free.
coming
When you
up.
played football, you didn't see cats have a locker full of Skittles and candy. You didn't see that.
Yeah,
Also,
I saw Tank Davis buy a lot of that. I didn't see Tank Davis eat nothing. He could have bought it for the neighborhood kids. I didn't see him eat anything. I saw him buy it. I didn't see him eat it.
oh yeah. Well, I don't think. Oh no, I don't think Tank got a hard time making no one. I think he a natural 30 pounder, so he don't have no hard time making no 35. I don't think he got no hard time making no 35 at all. But speaking of that, man, our last thing of the night, I want to ask you guys this: what do you guys think it'll take for fans to appreciate boxing and stop this toxic hate? What do you guys think? We got to stop the hate in boxing. It's too much hate in boxing. What you guys think?
I
You said
think they
say
need to
that.
go get it right.
You cold blooded, crap. You like my
Hey
They
dad.
man,
wouldn't
You
be
make
hating
somebody
so
want to.
much.
You make somebody want to come get you, man. You be talking crazy.
Well, tell them come and bring it. They can come and get me if they want. Come on. There'll be something waiting for
you
you.
said who in boxing?
I was saying, what can we do to get fans to appreciate our fighters and just stop hating? I've been hearing so much hate in boxing.
Um, the
It's like people hypnotized with it.
the problem with it is you're never going to be able to get fans to stop hating because they're fans of a particular fighter. They're not fans of the sport. Fans of the sport ain't going to hate. They might not agree with some of the fights that they see that's being made, but they're not going to hate on the sport. The guys that hate on particular fighters, they're because they're fans of other fighters.
Mm-hmm.
They 9 times out of 10, it's probably a fighter in their division or in their favorite fighter's division that they're hating on, or somebody that's right around their favorite fighter's division that they're hating on. It's not if that fighter is nowhere near of making a fight with their favorite fighter. 9 times out of 10, they probably gonna care less about what they're doing. It's only when it's an opportunity of somehow they can make a fight, then they hate on that fighter, or they're gonna put down all the opponents. They're gonna put down his boxing ability and stuff like that. But if they're not in an opportunity where they can make a fight, they ain't gonna say too much about the fight. You don't hear too many people hating on Monster Inoue until they start saying Monster Inoue can beat Tank Davis. Then you start hearing people talk about Monster Inoue. Most people don't like right now. Monster Inoue just had a fight 2 weeks ago. People talked about that fight one day. You haven't heard about Monster Inoue since then.
Well, I don't think people are too excited to see a 122-pound dude fight at 5 in the morning either.
That's what I'm saying. He's not now. If he was at 135, you'll be hearing people talk about Monster Inoue on a regular basis.
I mean, and the dudes I think he beat a kickboxer. I ain't gonna lie. I'm starting, and I hate to say this because I love Inoue. I think he's just starting to be in the way, man, because he really hasn't really fought nobody since he fought Steve Fulton, man. I mean, you could say Neary, but
And don't forget, BBO, no, Nito almost unalived him in that first fight.
I'm just starting to really get the impression that he's not that
I
dude
mean,
all like
if
that.
you,
He's
like I
not
said,
that, bro. He's not like that, bro. I
no,
don't know why
there was
they
No,
rather
it's
just
not.
root for anybody but the fighters from America because they happen to look like a certain way.
no,
That's what this is
there
about.
were opportunities where Monster Inoue could have really made a major name for himself because there were times where he could have fought Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux had a belt the same time he had a belt. He could have unified with Rigondeaux. He had these other 4 guys.
When coming to Japan,
Huh?
you wouldn't come to Japan.
You said the one that who?
Rigondeaux would not come to Japan.
We don't know that. The fight wasn't ever presented to him.
That's what Bob Arum said. He said he wouldn't come to Japan.
Bob Arum ain't saying nothing about no daggone Rigondeaux.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Because they were talking
most
about
that Bob Arum probably said about Rigondeaux is stay away from Rigondeaux.
No,
that's the most that he probably said. They never presented a fight for Rigondeaux.
They were just talking about.
They never presented a fight for Chacosito. They never presented a fight for Roman Roman Gonzalez. There was a lot of guys that was the names at that division at the time that Monster Inoue was fighting. There was about 4 or 5 guys that was the names that everybody knew about. They didn't know about Monster Inoue at that time. Monster Inoue could have made a major name for himself at that time. He didn't fight those guys.
And I'll say this:
like he wasn't doing nothing until after the Nonito fight, and then after the 2 Nonito fights, he did get that one good win against Schoolboy. I give him 100% credit for that. But other than that, he ain't did nothing, man.
I'll be honest though, I've never thought Steve Fulton would get beat like that. I mean, he beat him to death, man.
I mean, everybody can have a bad night. You see his performance Saturday night. He's back.
Terrific.
He's all the way back, bro. He's all the way back.
Stephen Fulton could have had a bad night, or it could have just been that Monster Inoue is a better fighter than Stephen Fulton. You always have that one guy that's just better than you. You can be better than everybody else, but you're not better than him.
What if they run it back? Y'all want to see a rematch like how he ran that back with Fed?
I mean,
what if they run it back?
That would be up to Stephen Fulton if he want to run it back, because Monster Inoue is the one that won. Stephen Fulton have to say, "Hey, I want to fight you again." Stephen Fulton got a belt right now, so he can move up and fight Stephen Fulton for his belt right now.
I would do that.
I would do it too. I would go back to Japan and whoop his behind.
I wouldn't go to Japan nothing. I'd make him come to Philly.
He ain't
I
gonna.
went
He
I went
ain't gonna
I
do
went
that. He
I
the A
went to your
side,
hometown. I went to your hometown once. I gave up my A
or at
side. I went
least
to
go
your
to
hometown
Brooklyn
once.
or Vegas,
Now
freely.
you wanna fight me for my belt, you gotta come over here.
Yeah. I don't want to forget this before we get out of here, but to me, David Benavidez is top three for me pound for pound. I don't know if you guys feel the same way,
He's
but I
what?
feel like me, he's top three. He's
Uh he
No,
definitely
three.
he's definitely he's definitely I'm saying
I
I would
wouldn't go
have to go
three.
back. I would have to go back and look at the pound for pound and re-rank them. But I would say he's definitely top five at the minimum. He's definitely top five
Yeah, I mean he looked terrific,
minimum.
bro. I'll be remiss if I don't talk about Morrell. Morrell looks like he's that dude. I didn't know Morrell was good like that. Man, Morrell can fight, bro.
Yeah,
That's what
Morrell gonna be all
dog.
right. He
I
gonna be
knew
fine.
I knew I knew Morrell can fight. That's why I had him over everybody at 68. It's just David Benavidez was better than him. Now
You
Yeah,
know,
they
you
could
know he
fight.
can move like that, free.
They could they could fight again, and David Morrell might win the next fight. We don't know. They could
yeah.
fight again, and David Morrell might win the next one.
I
He
wouldn't
might
mind
say,
a
"Okay, you know
rematch in
what?
that.
I
He
saw
beat. I
where
thought
I
he
went
beat him
wrong,
up.
and I could do some things different, and I think I could beat him. And he might go in there and win the next one. We don't know. We will believe that David Benavidez will win, but it wasn't like David Benavidez just walked through David Morrell because we saw how David Benavidez looked when he came out of that fight. That man was that man. I was looking like
He got
daggone
lumped up.
Forrest Whitaker. That man had that daggone little lazy eye. I was like, damn, that man, I almost shot. So I
Yeah,
mean,
he was in the fight. He was in the scrap, and he came out.
he had
Y'all
that
put
little
him at
Forrest
5.
Whitaker
I'm
eye.
okay. I'm okay
That
with
nigga had
him
that.
being
He had that Forrest
top
Whitaker eye.
5. I like Terrence Crawford. I like Usyk. I like Javante. Um, I know I'm missing somebody. Um, I'd probably go ahead and throw Benavidez in there and one more guy. I don't have a
No,
problem with that.
you gotta throw Monster in there.
Well, I don't
Nah,
have to do anything. It's
I,
my list. I don't want him on there because I don't want him on there.
I,
I don't want him on there.
I put it this way: Monster
But
might make
probably though,
my
BBL,
top. He
probably,
might make my top 10, but he definitely ain't in my top 5. I
probably,
don't care.
maybe,
I don't care nothing about the accolades. See, a
right.
lot of people like the accolades. I don't care nothing about that.
Yeah, Top Rank just put
It's
him
showing
on
me
his.
more and more. Now we got Rolly versus Ryan fighting for a daggone title. So if Rolly win, he's a 2 division champion. Y'all telling me that accolade is something that y'all gonna brag about? Come on, man. That's
That's
why I keep
crazy.
telling y'all these daggone belts don't matter to me. It's the fight.
I mean, I
Belts
can
don't matter to
respect
me.
that. He said, BBO or DEI agent. What the world?
That's crazy.
Monster got skills, man.
No,
But I
he
tell
got
you this,
skills. I'm not saying he don't got no skills. I said I would have to go back and look. I mean, he's going to be in my top 10. I don't know if he's
Yeah,
in my top 5. I would have to go back and look because I gotta give him a step down in that last fight. I mean, I understand it was a feeling. I understand that's not his fault that the other guy pulled out, but still, that got to take you a notch down. It got to take you a notch down. I can't sit here and say, okay, based off that fight, you still belong in my top 5. Nah, no, no, I don't.
I'll say this though. You keep running your mouth, Greenland. I'm gonna call ice on you, man. You keep running your mouth. They coming to get you, bro. I'm gonna call ice on you, man. So you better be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I
Yeah,
forgot about
Bam
him.
has done
I
more
forgot
in
about him,
boxing than
Tommy.
Tank.
I probably have Bam up in there somewhere.
I don't think Bam has done more than Tank in boxing.
Hell
No,
no.
no, hell no. Who said that?
At a young age, maybe,
That's what
but
Tommy
not.
just said. He said Bam has done more than Tank in boxing.
No,
Has done more in
I
boxing than Tank.
Says
disagree. I
who?
disagree respectfully.
That's what Tommy said. Tommy,
Where's the
Prison
proof
Talk
with
Tommy.
that?
Cuban Tommy said that.
Yeah, Prison Talk Tommy said that.
The Cuban got a
I
Mm.
was,
point. If you talking about at 24, Tank didn't do none of the stuff he done at 24. No,
yeah.
but I
I
wouldn't say
mean,
He
overall.
scared.
I'm not gonna say he
He
done more. I
scared.
would say he did some things. Bam did
He
enough to
lineal
be on my.
champion down there
He done enough to be on my top 10 in pound for pound, but I'm not gonna say he done more than Tank. I'm not gonna say
at
that because
24.
No, I'm not gonna say he's done more than Tank.
Is he talking about at 24 or he talking about overall?
I'm talking about, he said in the sport of boxing, Bam done more than Tank in boxing. He didn't say at no age or none of that. He just said in boxing, Bam done more than Tank.
That's crazy.
Nah, I'm not saying that. Because who's the best guy that Bam Rodriguez fought?
Right.
He fought that one dude his last fight. I don't remember his name. But they said he was the king of Philly for the night. So he actually stayed at Jerron in his car because Jerron looked like poop on that car.
He fought that guy, but I'm saying who was the best guy that he fought?
That dude he just fought. I mean, I don't want to sound like Chris. I ain't gonna say he ain't fought him. I hate when Chris say that.
No, I'm just saying because you got to look at the level of opponents. To say somebody did more than another guy, if you want to look at accolades and say he got more accolades than another guy, well, then that's a fact that you can look up. But to say he did more far as the level of opponents, not gonna say that. Not gonna say that. I think Tank Davis' level of opponents is tougher than the level of opponents that Bam Rodriguez has faced.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, that's not true. Tank is my favorite. Tank is my favorite fighter. I'm joking. No, I like Tank though. He cool. Go ahead, brother. My bad.
Yeah.
I don't know, but let me ask you this though, Chris. If he took him about at 24, he might got a point. But do you think that at the same weight and size, you think Tank can beat Bam?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. No, Bam Rodriguez is good, but that last fight that he just had in Philly, he said I was just trolling. Oh, I figured as much because I knew you couldn't believe that. But that last fight that he just fought, Bam Rodriguez, he got the win, he got the stoppage, but Bam Rodriguez left himself open to get hit with a lot of shots. He got hit with some good shots. It's just the guy didn't have nothing on the end of it. If that was a Tank Davis,
I've never really seen Tank throw, but
That hasn't come pick him up if that was Tank.
I haven't really seen Tank throw a ton of uppercuts, even though he knocked out Leo with one.
He don't He throws the right uppercut. He don't throw a ton of them. He throws the right one, and usually that one is going to put you to sleep.
Yeah, it's like a counter. It's more of a counter punch.
With Bam be getting uppercutted to death, man. They always uppercutting Bam.
Yeah, and that's what Tank would sleep him with. It'll look just like the Leo fight.
Tank don't throw a bunch of them. He throws the right one. He don't throw a bunch of punches, period. He just throws the right one.
Very calculated.
When he throw a shot, most of the time they land. And when they do land, you like, this dude is really packing a punch.
Then you get nervous and start running.
I'll be excited to see what Tank do with Barry Hunter because I'm tired of watching him counter punch. Because the last few fights, he just been counter punching. I don't like that. Leave that for Tio or somebody. You supposed to come forward, bro. No. But I think tomorrow, Crush is gonna be talking about Bomac. Is Bomac the new Eddie Futch? That's a crazy That's a crazy idea, but shout out to Crush for coming up with that, man. Is Bomac the new Eddie Futch? That's if you know boxing history, you know Eddie Futch was terrific. Ken Norton, George Foreman. I think out of Ali's losses, he got 3 of them. So shout out to Eddie Futch. And I don't know if Eddie Futch is better than I don't know if Bomac is better than Eddie Futch, but what do you guys think? Just a quick question before we get out of here. I know Crush gonna cover that tomorrow, but who do you think is better? Eddie? You think you knew Eddie Futch?
I would have to go back and look at everybody that he's trained because Bomac, for a long time, Bomac got credit for what Bud Crawford did. But now he has other fighters who's actually doing well as well. So I have to go back and look who Eddie has trained and compare the two because he got Keyshawn. Keyshawn looks good. He got Bud Crawford, of course. Up until this last fight, Steven Nelson was doing good. Who else? He got Keyshawn's brother. So they all doing good. So I would have to look at everybody that he has trained and then compare it to the guys that Bomac is training and say, okay, who's the better trainer? And look at the different styles that he trained their fighters on. Because that's some stuff that you actually got to go back and study. It's not something that you could just say, oh, you know what? He better. Nah, you basing off of one person or two people. You gotta go back and actually look at it and do a intelligent study on these guys because both of these guys are good coaches. They both good trainers, good coaches, whatever title you want to give them. But
Yeah.
when you're saying one is better than the other, then you got to actually do some actual research to say which one is better than the other.
This is my guy up here, man, but he going to bed. What round you think his brother going to bed?
He might. I mean, it's kind of hard for me. It's kind of hard for me to pick Greg over Brian because Greg is so small. I didn't know he was that small. He's only 5'6". I didn't know he was that daggone small. And Brian Norman is like 6'2".
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
I just can't see. I mean, I ain't saying that it can't happen because I've seen it happen before in my life, but the chances of a guy that's 5'6" beating a guy that's 6'2", and both of these guys are actually fighters or have trained to fight, it's kind of hard. That's like me thinking. That's like me thinking that Tank Davis is going to go in there and beat David Benavidez. I can't say that. Now, if they were the same size, that's different. But Tank Davis is 5'5", and David Benavidez is 6'1", 6'2". Tank Davis ain't got no win against David Benavidez. And I know for a fact Tank Davis is more skilled than David Benavidez. I know that for a fact. But he ain't got the size to deal with him.
What you think about this, Crush?
Jeez, this is crazy. Go ahead, Crush.
I mean, G Hack is still my brother, man.
Yeah, shout out G. I ain't mad at them. The two brothers coming together, they shooting a friendly fade and they getting paid for it. What's it not to be? You know, they'll be fine.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he going to bed. I mean, we talking about B. Norman Sr., man. That's my guy. B. Norman Sr. got a 10-pound head, so he might headbutt him and get him out of there. I don't know, but I don't think he gonna win, man. He said they both matched. They both tired. I don't know, but let me do this real quick. I want to give another shout out, man, because we might. Who knows if we'll ever see this again, man. Shout out to the 4-time undisputed champion, Clarissa Shields, man. Congratulations to her. And I don't know who that guy is with her, but shout out to him too. But it's gonna be great, man. I can't wait to see her back in the ring. And like I said, don't miss Crush tomorrow at 6. It's Bomac, the new Eddie Futch, and don't forget to watch my man CDK. He got the Derek. Everyone plays the fool. The Derek James play the fool. So we got some good stuff coming. Watch the Sports Talk Network. You know, we doing our thing, man. We a new network. We on, man. Shout out to my man, Boxing Scholar, man. And I tell you this, Boxing Scholar, stop stealing out of Family Dollar, bro. That's all I can tell you, bro. Up out of there, man. You wrong for that. They got you on tape, man, stealing at Family Dollar. Stop doing it, bro. And on that note, we're going to hear from our sponsor. We gone. Peace.
On behalf of BVO Boxing TV, we would like to thank our sponsor, Raycon. Don't forget to grab your Raycon everyday earbuds, the perfect bass model for premium sound, with active noise cancellation to block out distractions and transparency mode to keep you aware of your surroundings. They're ideal for your everyday needs. Just visit rayconglobal.com. That's
And don't forget at rayconglobal.com for our Valentine's Day, everything is 20% off. Go to the website, rayconglobal.com. Everything is 20% off. You got anything, Chris, before we go? On that note, we out of here, y'all. Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching BVO. And if you're down with BVO, subscribe and join the community. Have a great night.